Cx5 four-wheel drive project. We're going to do a complete engine strip down, rebuild. We're going to assess all the parts that are worn, replace whatever needs replacing. Just for your reference, that is the number plate. As you can see, it's already on jack stands, engine is out, all the bits and pieces are here. Engine on the stand over there, gearbox. All the parts I've bought so far, all the parts that we're getting in the car, I'll just quickly walk you through those. Firstly, we've got full gasket kit. Every gasket is going to be replaced in this build. Here we have a new flywheel, a new exhaust camshaft. These engines, the exhaust camshaft does get excessively worn over time, so a new one's going in. We've also got new timing chain kit, new sprockets, tensioners, oil chain and timing chain. Next we got just the standard oil filter and fuel filter. As I'm going to be replacing the flywheel, I'm also going to be replacing the clutch. I've got clutch plate, pressure plate, the release spring, all that's going to be changed. Here, the oil strainer. The oil strainer didn't look in bad condition when I took it out. The car had always had good oil in it. There was no oil deposits in the cylinder head or the block. Precautionary, just changing anyway as a serviceable item. New cylinder head bolts. Each time a cylinder head is taken off, it's always advised to use new bolts as they stretch. Drive belt, standard item, serviceable, new one going in. A new thermostat head gasket has gone, so anything to do with the cooling system, as a precaution, I'm just changing. New coolant temperature sensor to go in as well. The exhaust camshaft, we've also got new rocker arms, 4 of those. These also tend to wear, you end up getting little divots here and here. Exhaust pressure sensor. This is known as a problem on these cars. This is the latest one, and yeah, we'll be putting that in just as a known bad sensor. I'm going to correct that. Is a new map sensor. The intake manifold was completely clogged up when I was taking it off the car. Tried to get the exhaust map sensor off and it just snapped because it was completely clogged up with carbon. So a brand new one of those is going in. That's everything. About to take off the conrod bearings to see if they need replacing. This car has already had some work done to it. I don't know exactly what. First glance, that looks pretty good. Doesn't seem to be any excessive scoring, scratching, discoloration. Camshaft looks really good as well. Yeah, that's in really good shape. Slight wear, these haven't done a lot of miles. These can go back in. Rotating really nicely, easily, freely. Just using one finger to turn the crank. Conrod and main bearings look in good shape. I'm happy to put this back together. Cylinder head has been washed and skimmed. New oil seals will be going in. New camshaft will be going in. This is the setup I've been using to lap the valves. Drill. There's a lapping drill attachment. To that I have taped a spanner. The drill will be operated by the right hand, and my left hand will just be on the valve there, pushing it to the seat just to create a little bit of pressure. When lapping the valves, use a bit of this lapping paste. Comes in fine and coarse grit. Coarse first, fine second. New valve stem seals have gone in. Valves and springs are in. New oil pump chain and tensioners have gone in. New chain, tensioners lined up with the gold plates are lined up with the 2 marks. The gold plate is lined up with the 1 mark. Got new cylinder head bolts that'll be going in. Right, cylinder head is on the block, ready to be bolted down. This is the procedure I use to clean the hydraulic lifter tappets. So I have a small panel pin nail which I've cut to size so that it presses on the check ball and then the head stops it from going any further. And place it in the pin at the top, the pinhole at the top, and I'm going to submerge it and press the plunger in diesel, and that will get the old dirty oil out of the tappets. Okay, right. There you can see all the old dirty oil is coming out, and we'll repeat this process a few times until dirty oil stops coming out, and then we'll fill the tappets with clean engine oil. After 3 rounds the tappets are clean, so I've done 3 rounds in diesel, and now look, you can see there's no more dirty diesel. There's no more dirty oil coming out the lifter, so it has been flushed successfully. This lifter is in good condition. You want to check for the top for wear and also distortion. This one is perfectly round. Clean out the remaining diesel in there, and then I'm going to submerge it in clean oil, fill it up, make sure it's rock hard. Plunger several times. Not a good angle there. We're still getting a bit of bounce, so I'm going to continue to submerge until that bounce stops. Okay, I just submerged once again, and now you can see the rebound has gone. This part is ready to go back in. Here is the new and old exhaust camshaft rockers. New one is on the left. You can see straight out of the packet. You can see those runners are absolutely smooth. See the bearing spins freely. This is the one I'm replacing. Bearing also spins freely, not a problem there, but on the rails here you can see definite wear. And when I run my thumb over it, I can feel a small divot in the rocker arm. I don't know if you can, yeah, you probably can't see it. It's a slight divot. Maybe you can see it there. But anyway, new exhaust camshafts going in, and so are new rocker arms. 4 of those going in. Rocker arms cleaned, oiled, and have gone back in now. 4 new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of them were all tested, no signs of significant wear, so they're going back in as is. This is the intake camshaft. Doesn't need replacing, it's in good shape. All the lobes are not excessively worn. yeah, just going to give it a tidy up, put it back in along with the new exhaust camshaft. The exhaust camshaft, you can see this one had not been changed, and on the lobes here, if I can show you, there you go, you can see the high spots that have been worn out on that lobe. There you go, there at the bottom you can see it on that lobe. And on that lobe. And on that lobe. 4 lobes of that camshaft are no good, so that's getting replaced with a brand new shiny one. Camshafts are going in. 3 dots lined up. Camshafts are in and tightened up. I'm going to replace the timing chain. New timing chain has gone in. That mark sits flat with the cylinder head. That dot lines up with the gold chain link. And a dot lines up with the gold chain link. New oil seal has gone in for the timing cover. Just inspecting the old release bearing, throw bearing. I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but there's a definite scratchy sound. So this bearing is gone. Okay, so that's going to be changed along with a new clutch and flywheel. Release bearing area's had a bit of a clean, ready for greasing and ready for the new release bearing. Shaft, there's no play in it, there's no wiggle, no side to side up and down movement. Shaft's in good shape, nice and smooth, not too much excess grease on the shaft. New oil filter going in. Just going to fill the filter up with oil first and then just screw it in to the block. New oil filter is in. Here is the old and the new flywheel. The old one, you can see it's got lots of heat spots on there, and it has sustained a bit of damage, which I noticed. I'll just demonstrate that now. A good working flywheel should have roughly about this much play, that's fine, and it should have a rebound a little bit. And as I move it to the left, there's no rebound. Sideways, sort of that sort of movement there isn't excessive. That's fine. However, not having the bounce back on this side, and obviously a load of heat spots, means that this one is not in the best shape, so it's going to be replaced. I'll show you the same on this one. This is the new one going in. The sort of play is roughly about the same where those 2 marks are. Let's play to the left, play to the right with a little bit of rebound, play to the left with a little bit of rebound. That's how it should be. So that part is getting replaced. 8 new flywheel bolts also going in. Flywheel is in and torqued. New clutch and pressure plate going in. You can see the old pressure plate here has a lot of heat spots. Clutch is a bit worn. Serviceable part. Changed both the clutch and the pressure plate on this car. I've got the clutch alignment tool set up here. Clutch plate and flywheel in and torqued up. Water pump has been separated to put in new gaskets, making surfaces all clean. And these are the 2 new gaskets going in. The head gasket went on this car, and this is the old thermostat. The car was filled with the wrong kind of coolant, wrong type, and it could be that the wrong coolant, didn't allow this to function properly. So, getting replaced with a new one. Number there. Okay, that's going in now. New drive belt going in now. New coolant temperature sensor going in. This is the DPF pressure sensor. Looks clean in there, not clogged up. A little bit of debris in there, it looks like. I'll clean that out, and then this one will be ready to go back in. This is the original exhaust gas pressure sensor. These are known to have issues, so this has been upgraded by Mazda, and this is the upgraded exhaust gas pressure sensor. The new one looks like that. Comes with a new piece of wiring and on brackets, bits and pieces. I'm going to get this fitted. It's possible that this one is actually working, but as it's a part that is being upgraded and known to have issues, I'm just going to upgrade it. I'm just going to also clean the tube, put a bit of brake cleaner and a nylon brush down there to make sure that's clean. New exhaust pressure sensor is in. This turbo is taken off in good working order. I'm just going to check that the turbines spin freely, that they're straight, that there's no wobble in them. I'm going to be taking off the pipes and replacing all the gaskets with new ones I got from my gasket kit. And I'll just be checking the actuators, just making sure that they're not seized, making sure that the valves open and close. This is the turbo on the DPF side. Just want to show you that the turbine is spinning freely and that the shaft has no wiggle in it, no up or down sideways movement, rock solid. So this turbine is good. Here's the turbo turbine on the air intake side, moving freely, and again no wiggle, up or down or side to side. Shaft and turbine is in good shape. I'll flip the turbo around now, looking at the wastegate valve, which sometimes breaks, but this one is in good shape. And I'm also going to stick a screwdriver down there and check that turbine, make sure that's solid. Unfortunately I can't do that with one hand, so I'll have to just do it and let you know. Can confirm that the turbine behind the wastegate is also in perfect working order, rotates freely, no wiggle in the shaft, and we're going to put this turbo back in. DPF is going back in now. Having a look inside, a bit sooty, but otherwise in really good shape actually. No wetness, no oil, which is a very good sign. So yeah, this should be absolutely fine to go back in, and once it's in we'll run a DPF regen. Intake manifold decarboned and cleaned. The EGR valve there cleaned, connected. Throttle body clean. Replacement fuel filter going in. Filling up fuel filter with diesel to prime it so it's ready to go when it goes back in the car. Okay, going to test that the glow plugs work. Good glow plugs should light up within a couple of seconds. And that one's good. That's good. That's good. Happy all the glow plugs are working. I'm going to put these original ones back in. Injectors are getting washed in the ultrasonic cleaner. They'll do 2 rounds of 15 minutes. Here are some before and after shots of the injector nozzles before and after the ultrasonic bath. The engine rebuild is complete, and here we're about to bolt it back into the car. Every part of this car was thoroughly cleaned, even the coolant reservoir. This was the car's first start.